Hey guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna be preparing my dinner, and we're gonna talk because, oh my God, I'm like so devastated that the situation with Adriana Young. I never seen nothing like that. This is just the weirdest thing that's happening, and what they said was, excuse me, what they said was that it was a sacrifice. I never heard of that. Like for real. They said like this is allegedly. They saying like light skin, the more lighter skin goes for the darker skin and to harm them, and it's called a downfall or something like that there. But all I know is that this is a mess. This is very, very sad. This situation is so sad, y'all. So I'm gonna be cooking some chicken. I got it in here, in my container. It's in here. So I'm gonna be talking to you while I'm cooking, and y'all can come over here with me and check me out. Okay. So, like I said, it's just really sad that this had to happen to little Miss Young, Adriana. I just feel that something is still wrong with the situation. Like I'm not feeling like what they're saying is true. But here in America, they wanted, the American to help, with the autopsy and stuff like that. And they said that, that she drowned. She passed away from drowning. And I'm like, like I don't know what was the end game to this. Like I said last night, like they did all of this to her. You know what else they said? Y'all, check this out here. They said the clothes, when they got her out the pool, oh, that was just so sad. When they got her out the pool, they said that her clothes was different. They said her clothes was different. She was in some different clothes. Like, that's crazy. She was in some different clothes. I don't know what the hell you call this here. Because y'all seen Leroy standing there. And that's the point y'all have to look at. Okay? I showed y'all last night, right? I showed y'all last night that Leroy was standing there. And he was like this, leaning on, whatever the hell he was leaning on. And if you look at him, his pants was wet. I'm not lying, y'all. His pants was wet. If I gotta show you again, I will. His pants was wet. Like, from what? From what? Why was his pants wet like that? And he was just standing there. If you are the owner or the manager or whatever the hell you are, why wouldn't you run over there and help? Like, as being an owner, if I'm standing there and I see a child that's been missing, and you see it in your pool that you own or manage or whatever, why in the hell you not? It seemed like Leroy. It seems like Leroy got the hell out the way. Like, for real. If you see it, Leroy ran. Like, he was like, let me get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, nobody would even feel that type of way if you didn't do anything. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, when the parents went there, with the first day that little Miss Young was missing, there was no urgency. What really screwed them up too was when the police came out and said that they thought that she had gotten to a ram. They saying the ram now, a ram truck or SUV or whatever, and gave out the whole license plate. Then they came back out and said, "Oh, we got to retract that. That wasn't her." So you do have cameras, and you know what was strange? That they know this happened like 10 years ago to this other young man. That this young man got into an argument with Leroy's son. Not Leroy, I'm sorry. The owner. The owner's son. They got into an argument or some shit. And he was beating damn near to death. And guess what? They found him in the pool. So it's something going on with this hotel. Let me just do this real quick, y'all. Real quick. Just need a little bit of water. It's something definitely going on with this hotel. Seriously, it is something definitely going on with this hotel. Because this here is a damn shame. I don't know why they are treating the parents. Yes, I'm putting the chicken here, y'all. Y'all know my famous girl. I like this little thing. I don't put my chicken in the pan like that. So it seems like they saying like they calling this type of name, but I don't know what name it is. And they said that the police was down with it. They said money. It had to be something, because you know why? If you go to the police and tell them that a child is missing, you understand? I really don't care what country you're in. It's an urgency. At least to come to look out, to look for someone that's missing, especially when they're a child. This wasn't like an adult, like they just walked off and just went somewhere. You understand? This was a child. And it seems like the police commissioner and all the rest of them, it seems like they got an attitude. I'm not understanding that. Like, y'all not the victim. The parents of them and the family of little Miss Young, they're the victims. They are the victims. And why are y'all acting like y'all getting mad at them? You know, I don't understand that. Do they have children of their own? Do they understand? Do they understand what happened here? Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I'm saying, like, you know, it seems like it's something. There's no way that you can stomach that. Knowing that the family went to you. They went to you and asked you, please. They begged them, please let us just search the damn hotel. What was the big deal about that? If she was there, what is the big deal? Why couldn't they go and search? The police do their damn job and go and search. Search the hotel. Later on, you know what was crazy? This here got me messed up. What the crazy part was, that night, what happened with little Miss Young, with Andrea, that happened at 1:10, something like that. That's when the grandmother said she gave her the money for the bands, to go get the bands, right? So she go gets the bands. They did say she came back. They said she came back. I thought she didn't come back. I was wrong. She did come back because they said she was playing in the water. So when she came back with the bands, she got into the water. Something just went wrong there. Somebody had to see somebody take this little girl. And like I said, it was another incident 10 years ago with this young man that they allegedly murdered there. So, when this happened, they should have been on, like, again. But this person had videotaped it. We all seen it. If you saw the video, so you basically you're telling me that my eyes did not see what I seen. Now, I know what the hell I seen. Boy walked all over where the whole pool was at. We watching them. He's live. He's taping it. We look, he went from one part of the pool, he walked all the way around. And he was saying, the water is so clear that you will be able to see if somebody was in the water. Now, mind you, we're looking at him, and he walked all the way around. And another thing about that pool goes from the staircase, right? You can walk, like I said, down the stairs. So I didn't know that was like the way that pool is right there. That hotel must have been, it was huge. The hotel was huge, but the pool was really weird. The pool was really weird for a hotel, to me. I mean, I've been to a lot of hotels and been to a pool. But for that damn thing to go up to 8 feet, like, they had it like a real, like when you go swimming, like to a swim pool. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that we go to. Like, we go to the pool. You stay in the 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, all the way up to 8 feet. This was the type of pool that was. So, the guy that was talking, he literally walked around the whole pool. We was watching him. He walked around the whole pool. And my thing is like, we see him doing this. And she was not in that water. The boy, we was watching it. He went around the whole thing. He even went where the 8 feet was at. And he was like, look, y'all, he showed us. Like, he was showing us. Okay, y'all, got my chicken on, y'all. This is how I have my chicken and how I put it in the oven. That's how I have it. So, when little Miss Young disappeared, she wasn't in that pool, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Straight up. She was not in that pool. We seen it. He took us around. He took us around the pool and he showed us every part of the pool. Yes. I put it on 300. Just barely hitting 300. Because I don't want it, it's chicken, right? So basically, let me just stop for a minute. Excuse me. I put my chicken like this because I don't really fry my food. I put my chicken like this on this here. This here. It's a grill. I had it for years. I use it all the time. It's very clean inside. Don't worry about the black part right here. Okay? And what happens is I season it and I put olive oil and then I put it in the oven because it comes out like fried chicken. So anyway, the father is very, very upset and had all right to be. You understand? He has all right to be upset because when I told y'all, when the young man had he went around showing the pool, right? He even picked his camera up, and guess what? The father and the whole family was right there. You can see them through the gate. The gate was right there. They was right there where the gate was at. So they was there that night. That young man, not the father, the father and the mother, them did not come back inside the pool, pool area. The first time they did, they was looking, but the police was trying to like say something else. I'm gonna be real with you. They would have had to me, because guess what? I'm going in there. I don't care. You're going to have to call the police on me. If my child was just here, I don't care what they say. Listen, man, I'm getting my family, and we all going buck wild. We're going to just crash out. We just going all in. We're going to be looking. You understand what I'm saying? We looking. So, they tried to, they play games. Let me tell you. So the young man that had showed the pool, he put the camera up, and you could see them outside. The father, the mother, the family, all of them was outside. Protesters, they was outside because they was saying, I'm not leaving. But guess what? The police was still trying to get them to leave. Yes. The police was trying to get them to leave. He was like, yo, won't y'all go, like, trying to play games. Like, won't y'all go home and get some rest, and we'll be back. We're going to be here and be looking or whatever. And the mother, the father, and them, the family was like, we ain't going no damn where, okay? How you gonna, are they crazy? They're going to tell you to go home and get some rest. It ain't like, if your family member in the hospital and you want to sit by their bedside and you scared to leave because something may happen. That wasn't that type of situation. You understand what I'm saying? This situation was, their child is missing in this place. So I ain't going no damn way. I ain't going home to go to sleep and lay down. I can't do that. I just can't do that. What I need to do is get inside this damn hotel. That's what I need to do. So the guy showed the family, like I said, outside the gate. So he walked around, right? So now when he walked around, he walked to where the staircase was. And then he showed the room over there. That room was a bar. That was a bar, he said. And another room, there was a chlorine room or something like that. And he was just showing. Like I said, that was at night. Now, it happened at 1:10 earlier. So now he's there at night showing the pool again. So now, the police is around. These are the same police that tried to convince the family to go home and rest, and we're going to take care of this here. Nope, but the police was around, y'all. Police, why? They wasn't looking. They wasn't looking. If they were looking, you got to think about it. If the police told them to go home, and we're going to look for Adriana, evidently, Adriana was not in that pool. Because y'all just got finished saying y'all looking. And they were there. They were there that night. They were there. They were there. So she wasn't there. So that's what I'm saying. Now, the father said at 6 o'clock in the morning, they came back and went by that water again. 6 o'clock in the morning. He said, we looked, they looked. They got mad family members. They got people from the neighborhood is looking. It's looking like crazy. They're looking, y'all. Like, for real. They're literally looking. No sign of her. Now, they're still outside. Right outside. They ain't going nowhere. They didn't like, no, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. So the father and mom was like, what the hell is everybody running? Why is everybody running towards, towards the hotel? So they're like, wait. Bro. All you hear is that she's here. She's here. And the father and the parents, and I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, what you mean she here? They probably think in their mind, like, she's okay. Because they were so devastated. I'm talking about the people too. They was just floored. Like, they was just screaming, she's here. So they don't know if it's Adriana, if she's alive or is she deceased. You understand? Because people was just panicking. And they was in shock. Like, just like the parents was in shock. So the parents ran over like, what you mean? What you mean? And this poor child is floating in the water. Now, mind you, I just told you that the family was just there at 6 o'clock. So now when they find Adriana, it's 10. It's 10 o'clock. So only 4 hours went by. Only 4 hours. So they started screaming like, oh my God. They just started screaming like the police, allegedly. The police did it. Because the police was there. They were there. They were there. They were there. They were there. So now they're just panicking like, oh my God. Yo, I'm telling you, like, I seen it with my own eyes. I'm going to show y'all, the pictures. And, to the family and friends, I'm going to show the picture not out of disrespect, because we want justice. I want justice. We all want justice for this little girl and her family and friends. This is just unbelievable. This is 24 hours. This is less like 24, if it is 24 hours, like for real. Like 24 hours, everything just went to hell. So when, like I said, when they said the little girl was there, you see people just jumping in the water. They're jumping in the water, and they're like trying to get Adriana out of this water. So when they got her out the water, I seen when they picked her up. She was just like pale. Like, she was like my complexion, almost like. She was like my complexion, but lighter. But looked at like, how can I say? She looked at like, how they say you see the ghost and you turn white? Like that. And I'm like, what she got on? Like, is that her legs or is that some? I don't even know, like, what the hell was that? Like, I don't know what she had on. Like, because I couldn't figure out, is she in an outfit or is that her body? Like, that color. You understand what I'm saying? So now, they said the hands had discoloration, the knees, and the face. Now, you already know that people that bleach themselves, they can bleach. Let me just say this real quick. I just went somewhere the other day, right? I went to Younge, and it was this young lady in there, and you could tell she was West Indian, but I don't know from where. But you could tell she was bleaching. You know what I'm saying? You could tell she was bleaching. It looked bad because, like, right from here on, she was dark as hell, like black. And when you do bleach, I'm only saying what I see other people bleach. Your knuckles, these here, they don't. See how black my elbow is? They ain't gonna wear. Your knees is very hard to bleach. So, I mean, it's just not gonna bleach. Her body was bleached. When I'm saying bleach, I don't know if it was bleach or it was a chemical. It was a chemical. You know that there is a chlorine room there. If you have that pool, there's a chlorine room there, and you cannot step in a chlorine room. Not knock you out, kill you. So they had chemicals there. And I understand, and this is the part that's got me so, like, I'm so confused. Like, it's like they didn't give a damn. Because whoever had little Miss Young, they could, like, that place was huge. You understand what I'm saying? That place was huge. They could have, like, snuck around another way and took us someplace else out of the hotel, or just hide the body somewhere. They were so demonic that they literally put her in the water. Like, people was literally going to believe that Adriana Young was in the water all this time. That's some bullshit, because I seen it with my own eyes. Homeboy was there at 10 o'clock. Okay, she wasn't there at 1 something. She wasn't there. That 1 something, you know, as she was playing in the pool. She wasn't in that pool because people was in the pool. Was a lot of people in there. Okay? Then, at night, the guy was there. He showed us. She wasn't in that pool, y'all. So, in the morning at 6 o'clock, when the father and the mother and all of them went there, the family member went there, she wasn't in there. So, abracadabra, boom. She pops up in the water. So, whoever harmed Adriana, which allegedly, I believe Leroy has something to do with it. I'm sorry, y'all. Leroy, you can come for me or whatever. But, bro, I saw your pants, bro. I saw your pants. Your pants was wet, my nigga. Like, for real. Your pants was wet. Even your shoes, I saw it. You was wet up to the damn knees, bro. How you get wet? Why wasn't your whole body wet? You never jumped in that water. You never jumped in the water, because when they had said they found her body, you were standing there with your hand on the damn thing like this. So how the hell did you get wet? You just was standing there, and he's in the back. Now, everybody is surrounded by little Miss Young, because they in shock right now. People is just wilding out, because they in shock, damn it. And he's in the back, standing there. That's how they seen his damn pants was wet. But the other people that had got little Miss Young, they didn't turn around to see that this fool's pants was wet. Because you know what? He probably would have got it right there. But all of a sudden, he started running. He was getting the hell up out of there. And the police act like they was trying to protect Leroy. Leroy, for what? What you protecting him for? Is they family with him or something, allegedly? So anyway, when they got little Miss Young out of the water, they laid her like, you know how your feet is dangling? You lay back and your feet is dangling. And I could not even make out what that was, because of the discoloration. It looked like something like, you know how you put like a like something sheer see-through sheer. Like a white see-through sheer. Like my curtains. You feel me? It's like a white, like this. Because I want to show y'all. Because I want to just, like, look. Okay, I'm going to bring this around. It was like this. Swear. It was like that. It was sheer. Just like my curtains. It looked like that was on her body. So, when I was looking, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And she was laying, like I said, back with her legs. Because I'm telling you. And when they, it was really sad. It was really sad. They're saying in Guyanese, that they so embarrassed. You don't have to be embarrassed. You don't have to be embarrassed for what? A crime has been committed against your child. You don't have to ever be embarrassed. A lot of people that live there feel embarrassed. No. Y'all knew this happened 10 years ago in this hotel. And probably more stuff happened at this hotel. Like I said, I had made a mistake and said that, the people set the place on fire. They did. But before they set the place on fire, a young lady was going in. And she was getting ready to go up the stairs. The same stairs I was telling you about that she was going up. She looked up and she saw smoke. And then fire. So whoever did this, she was in that room. It was upstairs on the first floor. She was in that room that was on fire. So they was basically trying to destroy the evidence because of that room right there. But that's when when they found her, everybody was freaking out. They was bugging. They was just like bugging out. They was just, I'm not saying bugging, like, I'm saying like they was hysterical. They was just like, they could not believe that they played in their face just like that when they all was there the whole time. They never left. You understand what I'm saying? They never left. It's like, y'all playing in my face. Like, so that would make them go even ham, even more ham. And that's when the fire started. They started tearing that shit down like they should have. I'm not promoting, violence. But let me tell you something. When it comes to my child, and you playing in my face, do you know how the father feel? And the mother and the grandmother and the cousins and the aunts and the uncles was out there. Do you know how they feel? They are standing right here. Right here. Standing right here. And you got my child right there. And they said, y'all, I don't know. I'm just going to say how I feel like, because I don't know how. They said a doctor supposed to have came from New York and did the autopsy. And they said she had fluid in her lungs. Now, fluid and water is two different things. Yeah, it's two different things. Because I know that what makes it even more tragic to think if they would have said water was in her lungs, that she was alive when she went into that water. But to say she had fluid, that could be something else. Then they kept saying when they saw the body that she had something in her nose. So, chlorine or chloroform, y'all know that. If somebody, let me throw this away real quick because this is nasty. I have a garbage like right here. So, when you take chloroform, because they got a bunch of it there. They got a hell of a lot of it there. Because they got a chlorine room right there. For that big ass pool. If you take the chlorine and go like that, I'm going to be like this. I'm telling you straight up. If somebody say chlorine and run behind you, just be like, and they can hold it there without you pulling their hand down, trying to breathe. You understand? Like this. You're going out. You're not going to die. That's just to keep you quiet. That's to keep, when they do that with the core, that's just to keep you quiet. But you're going to be out. But they had to do it fast because you know you would scream, you know, like that. So, yeah. And you're going to go to sleep. It puts you out. So, that was the big thing they was saying last night. What was in her nose? They said it looked like it was cotton balls. Then one person said, no, it was snot. I don't know. Because that is something that they need to find out. And it's really pissing me off because guess what? Technology is so, you know what part that's really like getting me right now? Because they said New York's supposed to have said that, you know, she passed away from drowning or whatever like that. For them to say that she passed away from drowning, that means water was in her body. So I don't know why I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not going against New York or anything. I don't know if the doctor went there. I wish I would have seen him because I know it wasn't that damn man with all that damn hair on his face and his hair in a fucking ponytail. Because guess what? You're not working in the hotel look. You're not working in no hospital in New York with that type of look, bro. I'm letting y'all know. I ain't never been to a goddamn hospital where a man got a bed like this, okay? And a hair full of hair that got a ponytail in the back and it's all raggedy. You understand? It ain't like, you know, that's not sanitary. And you don't work in no damn hospital with that shit. You can't do it. Listen, man, I know I've been in a hospital thousands of times and I've never seen a doctor look like that. And that damn doctor ain't come from no damn Mount Sinai. I'm sorry, y'all. Not if it was talking about that man with that big ass bed. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. The man that was walking with them. He ain't working in no hospital doing what? If he working in the hospital, he working behind a desk. And I'm going to tell you this, he still ain't working behind a desk with that big ass bed because that's unsanitary. You in a hospital. My guy, you in a hospital. I'm telling you. So they were saying that she, on our television here in New York, they said she passed away from drowning. I want to see the doctor. Because I'm telling you, the man they had going up there, I'm telling you, that was the man with the bed and everything. Like, that's not true. And he looked at Guyanese. And the way they were following him was like, wait a minute. This would not be happening. They would not be following him like this here. This is not how it works, okay? Because her body has to be brought to, you know, the examining a hospital. I know Guyanese has a hospital there. And they do what they have to do there. And usually, y'all got your autopsy back really quick. Because I'm telling you here, in New York, things happen here. And we be like, we want to, find out how this person passed away or whatever. They be like, oh, it's going to take a few days or a week or whatever. And one day, y'all findings was in one day. Why they can't do that for us? I'm serious. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Stop trying to make us believe stuff like that. It does. I just don't believe it happened in one day. And if it was that doctor that was walking that had the hair with the hair was a mess. Okay. It was like you woke up in the morning and your shit gets all over your head and the beard is like way out to here and way down to here. He ain't working in no hospital, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now. No. I done been to Mount Sinai, NYU, Brooklyn Hospital, Manhattan Hospital, Beth Israel, joint disease. I can keep on naming them. I went to Sloan Kettering. I went across the street to Presbyterian. I go to Presbyterian right now. I just had surgery a couple of weeks ago. No, a month and a half now. Surgery on my back. And Presbyterian. Cornell, right next door. You're not going to see a man walk out like that. I'm just really upset that they did this in everybody's faces. And to see the mother and father, I'm telling y'all, like, a lot of people that have never experienced, when I say experience something like that, I'm not saying like, your cousin, or, I mean, listen, don't take that away. I'm not saying that. You understand what I'm saying? But it is different when it's your baby, when it's your born, somebody you carried for 9 months, and you took care of them till they got to 11 years old. You understand? You put all of you into this person. That person belonged to you. That's yours. So I experienced that. So that's how I know how the family has to be devastated. I saw the mother. She was just gone. She was just like, it hurts. It makes you hurt even more to be standing right here. You this far, you that close, away from your child. And you're begging these police to please just let us look. And they're telling you no. How? The father was out. He was on the ground. I swear to God, I thought he went into a coma. You know how you say that word, catatonic? I mean, I was like that too. I just couldn't focus. I went to nowhere. I don't even know where I went in. I'm going to be real. It felt like I went to a whole nother damn planet and nobody was there and I just was there. You have to understand, this is not right. This little girl didn't deserve that. How? And to do this here is like for a sacrifice, allegedly? To me, I believe it. Because if you didn't want to sacrifice, why would you put it in the pool for everybody for her to see? You could have hid her body somewhere. You could have, your hotel is big as shit. You could have freaking went out another door and put in a car and went somewhere. But you didn't want that. You wanted everybody to see what you did. That's on that PPP thing. That's crazy. of y'all. The police is freaking hurting the people because they're, protesting. They're saying, oh, they was looting. So what? You worried about looting, then a little girl just got sacrificed? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? So you got the right to shoot the people, the protesters. Shoot at the protesters. You were shooting at the damn news people. Now that's embarrassing. That right there is embarrassing. But when I seen the body, y'all, and then when they was carrying her out, I was like, how? Let me just tell you this. If that was my baby, I wish a ninja would touch my child. If the police would have tried to touch my child, they would have had to me. I'm telling you. You wouldn't let me go in there and get my baby. Now you want to touch my child? I wish the freak you would. Out of here. That's crazy. I never heard of such thing. It's just really sad. It's really sad for the family to be right here. You're there. And you only had to go right here to get your baby. But no. They want to show. They put that baby in there for y'all to see. For everyone to see. That to me sounds like that sounds like a sacrifice. I'm gonna be real. I don't know what type of thing they on over there that's crazy as hell. You got everybody in the world watching this. And they like, what the hell just happened here? What just happened? How? Like I said, I'm sorry to the family, man. And like I said, they was talking last night, and they made a good point. Do not bury her right now. Sorry, y'all. I am so sorry, y'all. Like I said, I've been through this, so I know, man, it hurt. It hurt. Do not bury her now. Let her be flown. People saying, like, they spoke to this dude last night. He was like, yo, but Trump, he gonna be having an attitude about the passport or whatever. Listen, man, don't even worry about that. Take her to the UK or take her to Canada. Yes. United States ain't the only one that got good hospitals. You could take her to the UK. Or you could take her to Canada. Yes. Please don't bury her right now. Get your answers. You cannot put her in the ground right now. You are not going to rest until you know what happened to your daughter for real, for real. I know they said the doctor from from Mount Sinai said this. I don't know. I'm not. Listen, man. My spirit is good. Yes. I have the third eye. Yes, I'm telling you. My spirit ain't saying that. There's no way. There's no way. How did the body get the damn burns? And then how Leroy got burns on his hand too? Dummy. He's standing there. That's why he ran. This is crazy, y'all. But like I said, my heart goes out to the family. I am so sorry this happened to you. And to the friends that love this little girl, they said she was so kind, smart. I'm so sorry this happened. But we are here for you. And please, think about it. think about getting the real answers that you need so you can sleep at night. You gonna go through it, trust me. You're never gonna forget about this. It's with you for the rest of your life till you're gone. So please think about it. Try to get your daughter to the real. I'm not saying, like I said, it seems like I'm like saying Mount Sinai didn't. Listen, man, I'm just saying that dude didn't look like he was from there. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, get a second opinion. That's what I'll say. Get a second opinion so you can have your daughter body, you know, you can rest a little bit to understand that, you know, what really happened. And you can do what you need to do after that. You understand? I'm just saying. It's just really, really sad. Like, this is just messed up. Like, be that close. And the father knew it. He said, in my gut. He knew it. He knew it. He knew it. But they kept him away. All right, y'all. I'm going to go. Y'all hit that like button. And y'all let me know in the comments, like, how y'all feel about this here? Like, do you feel like they telling the truth that happened to her? Because I'm telling y'all, like, I don't care. I ain't believing it. I'm sorry. I have my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. Nope. Not believing it. And they're saying, like, you know, people better respect Guyanese law and all this extra stuff, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't even freaking respected it. Y'all had no regard and no respect for the family when they asked you to go and help their daggone, just to let them in. Just to let them in. You know what I'm saying? Just to let them in the look. And now you want them to cooperate with you. Boo. I'm not saying that. But you have to understand, that's not your child. So that's why y'all ain't feeling that like that. Anyway, y'all hit that like button and subscribe. Like I said, y'all tell me in the comments, like, how y'all feel about this here. Because I'm telling y'all, something stink, man. Like, for real, for real. Alright, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Happy Sunday. Please be careful. Watch your surroundings, okay? Watch your surroundings, and I love you all. If nobody ain't tell you they love you today, I did. I love you. Take care of yourself. All right, y'all? Peace.
The murdership and they try to distract people for what they love for the murderer. And the murderer, they do it more than one time. It's nothing. Woman, not do with this, man, not do with this. None of the party have nothing to do with it. But the people just need justice.
From me that told yesterday, by the time that she was missing, a lot of parents were there because they never shut the business down. They had the business going, but run around. We were out here last. That's all night to play a game. Clean. One food check. Nothing in the food.
They tell me them gas sites, them gas cards. From the people in far fit that they gas site in anybody is there. It's like the inspector them taking pay on this matter.
Marvin Williams